Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Buente. I'm a first grade teacher at Kays Elementary School. I've got a really fun lesson today. We're going to talk about R-controlled vowels. This will be a great lesson for first graders that are at home right now. I think a lot of elementary school students will really enjoy this lesson. If you are a Kays student, just know that I miss you and our teachers really miss you, and we're happy that you're going to watch this and still get some learning in. Today I'm going to be talking about these R-controlled vowels, and first you really need to know what a vowel is. So, do you know the 5 vowels? Did you say A, E, I, O, U? Sometimes Y, but Y is not part of this, okay? Before we get started though, I'm going to do one little activity. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to try to listen to all the sounds around me and see what you can hear. If you get really quiet, I bet you can hear some things you didn't even know. Can you hear something in your apartment or house, like the heater or air conditioner? Can you hear maybe your refrigerator running? Did you hear kids, maybe your neighbors or all of your siblings that are at home stuck with you? Could you hear your family or any animals? Maybe you heard animals outside or your pets. That's a good idea. When things get really crazy, just take some quiet time to yourself. I think that'll really help you. This is going to be such a great lesson. I'm going to start with one of my favorite videos. It's on BrainPOP. And BrainPOP is free right now. So if you're at home and wanting to get onto BrainPOP, it's got some really fun activities. This one's called Bossy Are.
What's a pirate's favorite subject? Art. Today we're learning how the letter R changes the way vowels sound. Remember, the letters A, E, I, O, and U are all vowels. Sometimes the letter Y is a vowel too. The way a vowel sounds depends on the other letters in the word. Well, the word cat has a short A sound, and the word cane has a long A sound. Now listen to the word cart. It has a different A sound. Cart. That's because of the R that follows the vowel. We call it a bossy R because it bosses the vowel it follows and it changes its sound. How does the bossy R change the sound of A? The word bat has a short A sound. The word table has a long A sound. The word bark has a different vowel sound. Bark. The A changes its sound because of the R that follows it. The bossy R strikes again. What happens when you turn off the lights? It gets dark. Where does Old MacDonald live? On a farm. What's an ocean animal with sharp teeth? A shark. Let's explore more words. How does the bossy R change the sound of E? The word nest has a short E sound. The word bee has a long E sound. Now listen to the word herd. It has a different vowel sound. Herd. The E changes sound because the R follows it. The bossy R strikes again. Who's Mia? My sister. What gets on our hands when we touch icky things? Germs. What tool helps you reach high things? A ladder. Are you ready for some more words, Moby? How does the bossy R change the sound of I? The word king has a short I sound. The word pie has a long I sound. Now listen to the word girl. It has a different vowel sound. Girl. The bossy R strikes again. What is Tasha wearing? A shirt and a skirt. What animal has feathers and wings? A bird. Let's explore more words, Moby. How does the Bossy R change the sound of O? The word log has a short O sound. The word toad has a long O sound. Now listen to the word storm. It has a different vowel sound. Storm. The Bossy R strikes again. What do you use to eat pasta? A fork. What animal can you ride? A horse. What does a rhino have on its head? A horn. Let's keep exploring words. How does the Bossy R change the sound of U? The word cub has a short U sound. If you add an E to the end, you make the word cube, which has a long U sound. Now listen to the word curb. It has a different vowel sound. Curb. The Bossy R strikes again. What animal moves slowly and has a shell? A turtle. What can you do at the beach? Surf. Who helps you when you're sick? A nurse. You're right, Moby. Some of these vowel sounds are alike. The words burn, dirt, and fern all have similar vowel sounds, even though they're spelled with different vowels. When you read, pay attention to each word and see if the letter R follows a vowel. That's a clue that the vowel sound might be different. The purple panther plays with yarn. Pronounce or say out loud the words in different ways and listen to what sounds right. Hey, Moby, how do pirates celebrate birthdays? By throwing a party.
If you're watching BrainPOP at home, there's lots of other activities you can do on the screen. So right here it says I can replay the movie or take a quiz. And if I scroll down, there's even more activities I can do. It'll give me activities for wordplay or drawing about it. A cut and paste activity. So if you're at home alone or kind of bored right now and your mom's looking for some fun things for you to do or your grandma's wishing you would stay busy learning, this might be a really fun place for you to go is on BrainPOP. Once I get you logged in, and like I said, I think it's free right now, you can get some really fun activities that'll keep you busy on a slow afternoon. We're going to be talking about these three letters, E-R, I-R, and U-R. And just like Annie said on BrainPOP, they make the same sound. And I'm going to tell you a really funny story about it. That Bossy R, he got in their car with E-R and I-R and U-R, and they're going so fast, they're kind of like bumper cars. If you've ever ridden in a bumper car, they go so fast that you have to brake and try to hit each other. You go, "Arr!" I'll say it again. "Arr!" Can you make that crazy sound? So what I've done is I've made some little puppets. I don't have any popsicle sticks, so if you do, you could add them to them, but you might want to make these at home and add popsicle sticks or just play with them. I'll show you how I did it. So I've got UR left to finish, and I drew my car. I just need to color it. If you have markers at home or crayons, this would be good, or colored pencils. And if you don't, maybe you're just going to have a black and white car too, but I want to be colorful for this. And I've got UR in the middle of this car. He's driving it. And that Bossy R, I think, hijacked the steering wheel. He's making him go too fast. That's why he goes, when he's trying to brake. They almost run into each other. So I'm going to finish my car. And you might want to make these too. And if your car is not perfect, you can try again. But I bet you're going to do a pretty good job. And then I want to color the wheels, because every good bumper car needs wheels and a steering wheel. I already colored the brake. This would be something good for you to do at home too. If you have regular cars, like some toy cars, maybe you want to cut out the letters UR and ER and IR and tape them on top of that, and then your regular toys could become R-controlled valves too. And now I've got UR in the middle of this car. I'm going to make him dark so you can see it. What sound does UR make? Did you say Or did you say it like a bumper car? I'm almost done with this one. You might want to pause this and make these right now, or do it when this lesson's over. And now I'm going to cut it out. I don't have to cut perfectly. I'm going to cut a circle around it. And like I said, if you have a popsicle stick to make it a puppet, you could. But if not, I'm going to show you how they look just like this. So now I've got all three of my cars. I've got ER. What does it say? And I've got IR. It goes And UR. It goes too. And you might want to drive them into each other or show your friends and your family or your cousins that are stuck at home with you. You could hang these up on your walls or play with them. This is going to be a great way to remind you that these two letters together, they all make the same sound. They all go Now we're going to look at my screen and get some more words. I'm going to have a job for you. I'm going to give you some clues about these words, and you have to guess them. If you have paper and pencil at home and you want to write these words and make a list, that would be a good idea too. The first word is, it starts with, well, it doesn't start with it, ends with ER, and it's not your brother, it's your sister. Let's try another word that has ER in it. This is something that would help you reach something really high up. A ladder. Try this one. This is a group of animals. You might see a big group of cows when you're traveling out in the country. What's that group called? A herd. Do you hear that in the middle? Herd. Here's another one. This is why you need to wash your hands so you don't have these on it. This is really important right now. Can you think of what these are called? You can't see them, but they could get you sick. Did you say germ? The other words that have ER in it are words that compare things. So you might pick faster, taller, bigger, smaller. When you see that ER at the end, you know that goes and it helps you compare two things. You might say, I am faster than my dad. I am taller than my brother. I am bigger than my cat. I am smaller than a mountain. Let's move on to IR. I'll give you some clues and you think of the word. Here's a clue, not a boy, but a girl. This is what place you get if you win a race. First. Here's the place that comes after second. Do you know what that is? Third. Here's something that you wear every single day. It goes on the top part of your body. Can you guess it? Shirt. Here's something that girls wear sometimes. It goes on the bottom half of your body. Skirt. Here's one of my favorite days that people like to celebrate. It's when you turn another year older. Can you guess it? Can you spell it? It's birthday. That's a big word. That's a compound word. Let's try two more. Here's something that your mom wouldn't be happy if you get on your shirt. Dirt. And the last one, it's an animal with wings and feathers and can fly. I know you know this word. Bird. Look at all those words that have IR in it. I'm sure glad you're learning this today because you're going to see ER, IR, and UR an awful lot when you read. Let's move on to UR. I'll say the word or say a clue and you tell me the word. This is what you do on the beach and you need a special board to do this on the waves. Surf. Let's try another one. Here's someone who takes care of you in the hospital. A nurse, a very important job. Here's an animal that has a shell, and we usually think of them as being this color, green. They're very slow. A turtle. Here's something that animals have that keeps them warm. The UR is at the end of this word. Did you guess fur? Let's try a day of the week. This day of the week is on the weekend. Start with a capital letter. It's Saturday. Here's another day of the week that has you are in it. Do you know what day that is? Think about all the days of the week. Did you guess it? It's Thursday. That has you are in it too. Let's try two more. The last one, or the next to last one, is what goes alongside of the street. Not the sidewalk, but between that and the sidewalk is the curb. And the last one is something I can't wait to do to school. Return. I bet some of you are missing school too. I do want to put a couple words way over here. I hope you can see them. There's a couple words that don't follow the pattern, like word, worse, heard, and learn. They use different letters to make Those are the only ones, though, I can think of. Most of the times when you see ER, IR, and UR, it's going to make that sound. I'm going to put up my bumper cars. I'll show it to you one more time, because you might want to make these still. I know you're pretty creative. Now I'm going to show you one of my favorite books. It kind of gets me excited for springtime, which I've been seeing come out lately. I've seen trees and extra birds and the grass is growing, and I already see an ER word in this. Hogbert's Spring. Did you see the ER? That's how I knew it was B-ert. Hogbert's Spring. And I don't have time to read this whole book, but I'm going to show you the first couple pages, and then you might be able to find a book you have at home and see if you can see any words in it as well. Ready? In the bramble house, Hogbert and his family were just waking up from a long winter's sleep. I heard one. Winter. That's a word we haven't even thought of yet on our list. Spring is coming, smiled Mommy Hog as she stretched and yawned. What's spring? Wondered Hogbert, and he stepped outside to look for it. Here's one more. Wandered. You hear that sound in it? That was ER. I told you these are going to be everywhere. In the sky, the sun shone brightly. Hogbert looked up and saw a nest and a feathery creature with a pointed mouth. Did you hear that word? Feather. ER's at the end of feather. Are you spring? Hogbert asked. I am a very busy bird, my dear. I'm keeping these eggs warm, but spring is on its way. I heard again. What animal is this? Bird. IR in the middle of that word. And I even heard AR. We learned that in another lesson. Warm. WARM. Sitting on a leaf was a bright, stripy, wiggly thing. Are you spring? Asked Hogbert. I am a hairy caterpillar. But spring isn't far away, it said. What animal was that? A caterpillar. Did you hear that? It has in it too. Pillar. I told you these words are going to be everywhere. You're going to be able to find these in any book you read. All of a sudden, a warm raindrop bounced off of Hogbert's nose. In the sky above him was a rain cloud. Lying in the wet grass was another cloud. Are you spring? Asked Hogbert. Bah, bah, replied the cloud. Before you guess what this is, I heard it in another. ER at the end of another. What is this? Is it really a cloud? It trotted away on 4 short legs. Hogbert rested in the grass. Shoots grew up around his toes. A ladybug landed on his nose. Hogbert was wondering where to look next when he heard bouncy footsteps. Up popped a furry thing with a bushy tail, jumping up and down with excitement. You must be spring, cried Hogbert. Did you hear that one? Furry. That had UR in the middle of it. And look, he meets his friend. And they start searching for spring together. And he thinks he's found spring. He tells his whole family, even his brother and sister. Do you hear more ER words? He goes back to the bird. And the caterpillar turned into a butterfly. And he sees that sheep. Remember, it's not a cloud. It had some babies. And at the very end, he saw spring, just like I know we're going to see in a couple days. And that's the end. If you have a book at home, I think you can go through it and look for words that have ER, IR, and UR in it as well. I've only got 2 more activities for us today. So we're going to go through this paper right here. And I think we're going to get it zoomed in so you can see it. Oh, and at the top, I've got my secret words. Last time it was star. Today, my secret word is moon. So if you need that secret word to tell your teacher that you watched this, today's secret word is moon. So here we go first. I've got some words at the top, and they all have these R-controlled vowels in them. I've got turkey, cart, dark, hurry, fur, march, curl, farm. And it's your job to help me pick the best one. Number 1, was it blank inside the cave? You know it, it's dark. I'm not too bad at writing upside down, but let me make sure I get it right. And then I always want to cross it out. Number 2, that blank lost a feather. What animal would that be? Ooh, I thought bird, but that's not one of the choices. Do you see it? It's turkey. Help me with number 3. Please put the eggs in the, I thought basket, but that doesn't go or R or. Oh, I see it, cart. I bet you picked that one too. Number 4, oh, let me cross it out. Number 4, I want to blank in the parade. Is it hurry, fur, march, curl, or farm? March. Number 5, our class is going to the farm. You got it. Fa. Remember AR like a pirate? Fa. Arm. Number 6, your dog has very thick, oh, that's a UR word. Do you remember this one? It ends with fur. F-U-R. Only 2 left. You're doing a great job. How did you blank your hair? Well, there's only 2 choices. That's why I crossed it out. Now I know it's hurry or curl. You said curl. You're right. So that means it's got to be hurry, but I want to read it just to make sure I'm right. Ben, there's a Ben in my class. Hi, Ben, if you're watching. Ben, will you please blank up? Hurry does make sense. I'm glad we crossed them all out. Good job, you guys. I'll put a star at the top and a moon. Remember, that's our secret word for the day, is moon, okay? And a smile. Great job. Our last activity is something you can do at home, and it doesn't take a lot of supplies. So I have my markers. I don't know if you have crayons at home or colored pencils or markers. If you don't, you can just do this with plain paper and a pencil. It'll look fine too. So what I've done is I've got 2 pages of paper. You can just do 1, and I folded it just to make a book. Look at the title of my book. I didn't put my name on it yet. That's what we're going to do together. Blanks are controlled vowel book. And I decorated it around the front of it because a book needs to be colorful, so you want to look at it. So I had some time. I colored it with my family's favorite color. My favorite color is green, and my mom's is red. My brother's is blue, and my dad's favorite color is purple, so I made sure to put all of our favorite colors on it. And I have a space for my name. That's where you can put your name. So let me show you one more time what your front of the book is going to look like. And I used markers, so it kind of bled through the back. So I'm going to skip that page. And now I'm ready to make an AR page. We learned about AR. It goes R. So now I'm going to pick a couple words to write in my book. I'm going to write star. And I'm going to write car. And I think I've got just enough time. I'm going to draw them. If you're not good at writing your words, drawing's a good way too. But you can sound out these words now that you know all of your R-controlled vowels. So there's my star. I'm going to make a car. And if you're not a good artist, that's okay. You can do your best. I'm going to try my best too. Especially upside down. So there's the front. Got some windows, 4 wheels. I made this car my favorite color, even though my car is not really green. What other words could you put in this book? Are you going to put shark, or cart, or far, and jar? I'm going to put some names too. I know I've got 2 students in my class whose names have R in the middle. Carl and Charlene. Do you know any names that have R, A-R in them? The last thing I want to do is I want to go through. Ooh, my markers are running everywhere. I'm going to highlight that AR. I bet you have a great AR page started. Mine's kind of messy because I'm writing upside down, but this would be a great activity for you to work on. Next, I'm going to go to the next page. What comes next? Well, I've got my 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, and U. So now I'm going to go to ER. Next, I'm going to go to ER. What are some ER words I could put? I know. I'm going to pick ladder. Ooh, I don't want to get that D wrong. I've got ladder. The ladder's pretty easy to draw. That was pretty fast, wasn't it? And I'm going to draw a sister. Those both go ER at the end. Here's my sister. She's going to have long hair and a smile on her face. Do you know any other names with ER? Maybe your brother, your sister. Here's a name I know, Cooper. You're going to want to get as many ER words as you can on this page. When you're done, we're going to go to the next page and we're going to finish it with IR and OR and UR. When you're done, you're going to have a really cool book with all of your R-controlled vowels in it. This would be a great activity for you. And if you don't remember any of these R-controlled vowel words, you're going to need to go back and watch those videos. You could watch our Pirate video, or the BrainPOP video, or the Learn Zillion video. And you're going to look for these words in books when you read them too. Then make your own book. This will be a great activity as you learn R-controlled vowels. Thank you guys. Have a good day.